Oh my goodness, I don't even know how this is gonna go. This might actually be the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life. Um, and we're just gonna learn from our mistakes. Okay, anyway. Um, First of all, you're gonna see me drinking this a lot. A lot. Um, because here in Phoenix, Arizona, on March 19th or whatever today is, it is 104 degrees. Um, which is why my face looks greasier than normal because, hello, I am wet. I'm sweating. I'm just wet. I'm just wet. Um, I think that's the best way somebody can describe it. But, anyways, hello. We're a minute into this, and I haven't even said why I'm talking. This is basically like a podcast series I'm gonna do. I fear. Um, it's been really heavy on my heart to do something like this because hello, I think I'm the funniest human being in on the planet. Mother of God, just ignore me. I'm not well. But anyway, hello. Welcome to the first episode of Off as Rocker. Hello, I'm off my rocker. My name is AJ. I am 21 years young, and I'm mental. Um, hello. Um, I don't really know. I did not prepare anything to talk about. I'm actually just going to straight up talk out of my ass for this. Anyway, um, yeah, I am here in a dorm room at Arizona State University, which is really just shows you the effort I've put into this. If the audio and sound sounds like shit, it's because I put my phone in front of my face and I hit record. So thank you for coming to that. Also, I had to hype myself up to make this more than you know. Help me. Why can I not talk? Mother of God. It took me so long to gain the courage to film this because I don't know. In my head, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done, and people are gonna judge me so bad for it because I'm an idiot. And you know what? They probably are, but who cares? We've already hit record. We've made it this far. Um, if you can see the major bags under my eyes, hello, I'm a college student who has not slept in days. Okay. Um, I will not I will not be taking questions at this point in time. Thank you. Um, I think that's enough on that one. Um, what else to say to you? Um, Not much going on. Oh my goodness. Okay. The first thing I wanted to talk about was I don't know if y'all are watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, but help me, I am. And it's it's messy, but it's also just entertaining beyond belief, okay? I actually just really I'm really into it. For those of you who don't know, season 4 came out on March 12th, which for me, I was at home on spring break. Um, and I did manage to watch the whole season in one day because I have no social life at all in any way, shape, or form. And I wouldn't say I'm looking for a grand social life. I kind of just want to, I don't know, listen, here's the thing about me having a social life. When I'm done, I'm done. Like, I'll go to like a party and I'll be like, yes, I'm gonna be the life of the party. I'll go in, I'll be making complete idiot of myself. I'll be like, yeah, this is me. I'm the baddest one here. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Nobody's nobody's arguing that I'm the baddest one there because I'm not. It's common knowledge. But and then next thing you know, I'm like I'm doing good. Next thing you know, I'm sitting in the corner. I've gone nonverbal, um, because my anxiety said you're done. You've had your fun. You got what you wanted. It's time to be done. Um, and I'm not gonna say anything. First of all, if I drove myself, never don't drink and drive, guys. But if I drove myself, first of all, I'm not drinking. Second of all, Irish goodbye all the way. Like I'm not saying anything. I'm leaving. I'm done. But if somebody drove me there, you know I'm drinking, because I've got things I need to, I don't know, escape from. I listen. I want to have a good time, and so sue me. Let me have a good time. But if somebody drove me, I'm just gonna sit in the corner and be nonverbal until the person who drove me is ready to go. I'm not gonna, because I'm not gonna say anything, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, I'm done, so we need to go. No, that's mean. That's mean. I'm not gonna be that person because, hey, guess what? I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna look in the mirror and I'm gonna be like, you idiot, you ruined everybody's fun because you suck and you're a party pooper. Well, yes, that is true, but no, I just physically can't do that. Physically can't. And you know what? I am also not taking criticism on that fact at this point in time. Okay? Okay. 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 So yes. Anyway, back to what were we even talking what were we even talking about? Oh, Secret Lives of Mormon Nuts. So yeah. Season 4 comes out and basically all the characters that I like hated, all the characters, these are real people, you idiot. Idiot. Um, all of the girl, all of them, like the girls, the characters. These are real people. Stop calling them characters. All of the girls that I have been like not liking in previous seasons, I ended up liking this season, and a lot of the girls that I was liking in previous seasons, I started not liking this season. Like I was not the biggest Whitney fan coming in, but first of all, her in Broadway in Chicago. Hello, that's my favorite musical, and hello, now I'm just obsessed with her automatically. And on top of that, she was just like one of the best this season. Like she was just being real. Like she was on Dancing with the Stars. She was living in LA. She was living her best life, and nobody blames her. And yeah, and then usually I was a big fan of Taylor because she, called it as she saw it. She didn't take anything from anybody. But this season was just her making a bunch of questionable decisions, and it was like, Taylor, I want to support you, but like I'm now fearing for the decisions you're making, which is like I'm not putting her down in any way, shape, or form. It's just like, homegirl, you're making the type of making the type of stupid decisions that I would make. Hello, who are you, me? But anyway, that's beside the point. But altogether, great season. Obviously, honestly, just I love that show. Um, I just love that show a lot. Every time a new season drops, I'm like, oh my goodness, everybody. I have two friends of mine that I watch with, and every time I'm just like, you girls, get on it because I have things to say. I always have things to say. Now, do I have things to say right now? No, because obviously that it came out a week ago, and I have said the things that I've needed to say. Those things have been said to the people that they needed to be said to. Okay? Okay. Moving on. the next thing we need, okay, we need to also, okay, the next thing we need to talk about, sorry, I decided to move my whole situation around, apparently. The next thing we need to talk about is we need to talk about books, okay? The year of 2026 is the year of me reading, okay? And call me in if you want to. I know I'm a nerd, but I'm literally reading all the time. I have read 6 books so far this year. And I know you may think that's not a lot, but mind you, I am a full-time college student and with a job as well. So I don't necessarily have all the free time in the world to read. Also, hey, sometimes I'm not motivated to read all the time. Whoa, crazy, I know, crazy. But legitimately, sometimes the thought of picking up a book is not something I want to do, okay? Okay. Anyway, next. So, I've read, so far this year, I've read The Housemaid, Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption, The Housemaid's Secret, The Housemaid is Watching, Sunrise on the Reaping. Okay, so I lied to your faces and I've only read 5 books. Whoa, he said 7. He's clearly a liar. You know what? I am, and I'm willing to own up to the fact that I lied, okay? I will own up to that, okay? So that automatically makes me better than you because I owned up to the fact that I lied. Hey, whoa, he's a liar. Screw you if you're saying that. Anyway, to continue, I have genuinely loved most 3 out of 5 of those books I absolutely loved that I read. The first Housemaid book was amazing. I loved it. And hey, I loved The Housemaid, the book, and the movie was amazing. Now, I'm not the biggest Sydney Sweeney fan because, well, I just straight up haven't seen hardly any of the movies that she's in, but she was great. She was great as Millie, and now like every time I read the Housemaid books, she's the only person I associate to be associate to be as Millie in my head. But also I am a huge Amanda Seyfried fan. So what and that's so trigger trigger warning. Just let me preface the fact that I did see the movie before I read the books because I saw the previews for the movie and I said, Amanda Seyfried? I saw the trailers and I was like, it's Amanda Seyfried and it looks like it's a thriller. I'm set. And literally, the day I went to see it with my mom, I literally had no idea it was a book until the day we saw the movie. When she mentioned that she loved the book, and I go, hold on, this was a book? So I watched the movie and I loved it, and so then I read the book. I know I did it backwards, okay? I know I did it backwards, and I don't care what you have to say, okay? Okay. Ignore my itching. I got the eczema. I got the eczema scratching so bad. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, loved The Housemaid. Read that maybe in 2 days. I was just like, I love this. And then after I finished The Housemaid, I didn't automatically start the next 2 because I didn't have them because I literally would go to so many stores and I could not find The Housemaid's Secret, which is the second book, anywhere. So I was like, whatever, I just need another book to read, and I had Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption on hand. Now, what I'm about to say might be scandalous. I did not love that book, okay? I have tried to get into Stephen King's books, and I don't think he's for me. Now, let me tell you why. And you're going to sit there and you're going to enjoy why. Because he does, the thing that gets me is he does too much just like scene buildup. Like when last year I had read The Shining, and I remember I got to like page 200 and I said, hey, we've hit the 15-minute mark of the movie. If you describe to me the scene setup one more time, I'm going to burn this book in fire. I found myself bored, okay? I found myself bored. And it really was just a matter of, I don't know. I didn't see the hook. I didn't see the appeal. Now, the way I did keep myself hooked, and this might just be a thing that I do that makes me a flippin' weirdo, but I literally, in my head, I played... Did y'all see that Family Guy episode when they did like a short retelling of the Shawshank Redemption? Hello, that's what played in my head when I read that book, okay? Cleveland was the narrator. Peter Griffin was Andy Dufresne. Carter was the warden. Andy Dufresne made Star Wars figurines. I actually don't even remember what he actually did. And I think in the book he actually just ended up getting stuff for people. No. He didn't get stuff. No, he made figurines. He made figurines. I just don't remember what they were. But Cleveland's character was able to get stuff for people. And basically, yeah, so they were all just Family Guy characters in my head. Yeah, so that's the only thing that kept me hooked, was because I had Family Guy in my head to keep me engulfed. That's not right. Entranced in the book. That's not right either, but that's what we're going with, okay? Okay, water break, drink some water. That may be actually like so like low-key unprofessional of me to be drinking water that way, but also I just realized I have this stand for my phone. That might be something better that I could have been doing. Hi, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? Don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, so Shawshank Redemption, not my favorite. Then, after that, I got Sunrise on the Reaping to read, okay? Now, if you hear me say Sunrise on the Reaping and you don't know what I mean, it's the newest Hunger Games book, bitch. So, yeah. Anyway. So, yeah. I got the newest Hunger Games book because, listen, the movie's coming out soon. I needed to get caught up on my Hunger Games. Okay? Okay. When I tell you that's one of the best books I've ever read, Sunrise on the Reaping was so good. Now, I know that they already have a set cast, but in my head, Haymitch was still Woody Harrelson, okay? He played Haymitch in the original movies. Now, I know in this, Haymitch is like, I can't remember, 16 maybe? I have him as like a 40-year-old man in my head, okay? That might be weird, but I don't care. It's a book, okay? It's a book, and that was just the Haymitch I knew, okay? Now they have... Whoever they have cast as Maisley, perfect casting choice. Also, I was obsessed with the fact that they kept tying the poem The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe all throughout that book. It really just... The nerd in me was obsessed with it, okay? So, Sunrise on the Reaping, great book. Now, the whole reason I brought books up is because we need to talk about the Housemaid series. Because book 1 was great. Book 2 was better than the first one. Book 2, I read in an entire 2.5-hour plane ride. Okay? Now, book 3, Yeah, this one right here, this one right here, this one right here. Yeah, what I'm going to tell you right now, bad. Not great, okay? I'm in here reading it. All of a sudden, Millie's different. Her husband's different. They're not the same characters. I was like, these are not the same characters from the second book. This could have been a standalone book. Don't even title it The Housemaid. Just title it something else. This could have been a standalone book. But no, this is the third in the series, and I did not love it. I remember hitting about page 200, and I was like, I have no idea where you're going with this. I am really just not enjoying this book. And so, literally, I sat myself down and I said, you're going to finish this book now. This was 2 days ago, maybe? About 2 days ago. I said, you're going to sit down and you're going to finish this book and you're going to finish it today. Because if you don't, I know you're going to put it down and you're never going to pick it up again. Okay? So, I had to force myself to finish that book, and I just wasn't a fan. I gave it like 2 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Another thing that happened, we're changing subjects, okay? That's just how it works with me. I will think of something, boom, subject change. So roll with it. I got on Goodreads. Give him a hand. I got on Goodreads, and I love it because I put all the books I know that I've read throughout my childhood up until now that I can remember on there that I know I've read. And then I also made a list of the books I want to read because, hello, if I just have them up here in the old noggin, yeah, I'm never going to remember, okay? So, yeah, Goodreads is good. I love Goodreads, okay? So, yeah, I'm using Goodreads. So yeah, finished this 2 days ago. The current book I just started is called Haunting Adeline. Now, I had to break a rule for that. I don't like reading books that are longer than 400 pages because I have a short attention span. Hello, I have attention deficit disorder. I don't have a long attention span. Never have, never will. And so that book is 600 pages. So I'm kind of breaking a rule for that, but I have heard it's good by a lot of people, and it's been something I've been wanting to read for a while. So I started reading it, and now I'll probably only be doing one of these maybe twice a week. So you might not hear about that again until I finish it. Or maybe throughout the weeks I'll have to talk about the things that I'm reading. Because right now I am almost 100 pages into the book and it's making me laugh. Now, this is also a genre jump because I have friends that like smutty books. I don't. But this book is a little smutty. I think I chose to read it now because I want to try to read the heated rivalry books. Now I know they're smutty, but I have watched the show at least 10 times. Am I proud that I just said that to you? No, I am not. But I'm thinking that the Haunting Adeline series could get my foot in the door because I think it's going to be a heated rivalry book summer. Okay? Okay. Another thing I won't be taking criticism on at this time, so thank you for your consideration. Appreciate it dearly. Thanks for tuning in. But, so yeah, trying to get my foot in the door with a little bit more smutty, because listen, I love a good thriller book. Like a psych thriller, a psychological, same thing. A psychological thriller is my go-to, okay? Now, oh, I'm blinking. Oh. No, actually, I'm getting distracted by sounds in the hallway. Because, hey, if my roommate shows up while I'm doing this, better believe I'm stopping. No, another person cannot be in this room when I'm making these. So, That's when we'll make these videos, is during periods of privacy. Okay? Okay. So anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yes. I'm using the Haunting Adeline series as a foot in the door because when I'm reading my psychological thrillers, hello, if there's a sex scene or two, I don't care. But I don't want that to be what the book's about. And if that's what the book's about, I don't care about the description of the sex. I want to know what's going on in the heads of the people while they're doing it, okay? That's funny to me, okay? I find that funny. Now, you might be looking at what's on my wall. We're jumping subjects again. Keep up, people. Keep up. These are pictures of Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper from A Star is Born. Now, I love Lady Gaga. I also just, it was a matter of just when I was decorating this year, I just needed to find something to put on this wall. Okay? So that's what I did. I found something to put on the wall. And I'm getting distracted again. Look at me. I'm good at this. This will be a consistent factor, okay? Now, we're going to shift gears, and because I'm probably going to end it shortly here. So I'm going to leave off on the notes of pop culture I think you need to indulge in. Now, books, the Housemaid series, I can't stress enough how good that is. So what books should you be reading this week? Books should you be reading this week? The Housemaid, The Housemaid's Secret, and The Housemaid is Watching. Now, I know I said I didn't love The Housemaid is Watching, but if you're anal like me, you just have to finish the series. You have to do it. Otherwise, it's going to keep you up at night. Okay? Okay. Music. What kind of music should you be listening to? Here are 3 albums that I think you need to be listening to this week. Okay? Okay. First one, Wasteland Baby by Hozier, okay? His magnum opus. I listened to that album, I am wet. I hear his voice, I am wet. He put his entire aura into that album, and I cannot stress it enough. It is his best, okay? Now, this might be controversial because everyone's like, oh no, his first one is his best. It is not better than Wasteland Baby, okay? It is not better than Wasteland Baby, but I know, but It Will Come Back from his first album is one of the best songs ever written in the history of ever, okay? But Wasteland Baby, his best. So, you better be listening to that. And hey, next time we do this, I'm going to check in and I'm going to ask you. I'm probably not going to, okay? So yeah, he literally put his whole body into that. He took it. Wasteland Baby was born inside of Hozier's body, and they cut him open and took it out of him, okay? So that's the first album you need to be listening to. Second album, Prizefighter by Mumford & Sons, okay? It is their newest album. It came out end of February. That album, something shifted, and I listened to that album the second it dropped, and that's never been something that I've done with Mumford & Sons. Like, I love Mumford & Sons, but I've never been, like, a diehard Mumford & Sons fan. Like, I just, like, will listen to their stuff. But this album, there was something in the air that told me I needed to listen to this album right when it dropped. And so I did. Help me, something shifted. Something shifted, and, yeah. So Prizefighter's probably going to be on my top list of top albums for 2026. Hello, that album has been on repeat. Top songs from... Actually, no, we'll wait for that. Well, no, we'll do it now. So, first of all, for Wasteland Baby, top 5 songs. Movement is number 1. That song slaps hard. Number 2, Almost, in parentheses, Sweet Music. That song straight up gives me a dopamine rush. Number 3, Would That I. That, one of the prettiest guitar intros in the history of ever. I start floating, actually. What happens is I start floating when Would That I starts playing. Number 4, B. That song makes me want to do a little jig, okay? I just gotta get up. When I'm listening to B, I am literally that video of Emma Thompson at Adele when she starts playing Rolling in the Deep. She's like hyping the crowd up. She's like, "You people better be you better be jumping." No, actually, I'm not Emma Thompson. I'm that kid that got that kind of got famous because he was listening to Alejandro by Lady Gaga, and he goes, "Come on, monsters, you better be jumping." That's me when Be by Hozier comes on. Okay? I'm like, "Come on, you better be jumping." So yeah, and my number 5 song off Wasteland Baby is going to be Wasteland Baby. It is just a stunningly gorgeous love song, and low-key makes me want to cry every single time I listen to it. Okay? That's my top 5 off Wasteland Baby. Not accepting criticism at this time. My top 5 on Prizefighter by Mumford and Sons. Now, I went for a week when Prizefighter came out. I was listening to it over and over and over, and then I kind of stopped because what I'll do is I'll be like, "Okay, I'm actually sick of this album for a minute. I'll still be listening to it a bunch, but just not as much." I wouldn't even say sick of it. I'll just be like, "I need rotation." Okay, I need rotation. Now, when I do this, also, this is just where I put my hands a lot. Just disregard it. I just straight up do that. But then when they were on SNL with my close personal friend Connor Story, and they brought out Hozier and Sierra Farrell, I had to start listening to that album again. And thank you, Apple Music, for having a live version of that song here with Sierra Farrell, because that song right there has been on loop like you would not believe, okay? Yeah. So, my top 5 on Prizefighter. Number 1, Conversations with My Son, Gangsters and Angels. That song made me cry when I had heard it the first time. And it was so beautiful that I had to take a minute, okay? Number 2, the banjo song. The banjo song is a banjo song. There's nothing else that needs to be said. Number 3, Rubber Band Man with Hozier. I'm sorry, Mumford & Sons and Hozier on one single song? There's no way to cope. You can't cope with something like that. It's not possible. And of course, it was amazing because neither one of them can make a bad song. Number 4 is going to be Run Together. That song just makes me want to start running. If I'm going to be so honest, I just want to start running. And number 5 is going to be the first song on the album, Here with Chris Stapleton. Yeah, obsessed. Okay, and the third album you should be listening to this week is Strange Trails by Lord Huron, okay? They have never made an album like... Every Lord Huron album is amazing, superb, it's great. But Strange Trails is their magnum opus, and I will stand by that. It is their best. And it's it's skipless. It's skipless, actually. To this day. What was that, 2014? So 11 years later, 12 years later, hello, it's 2026. So 12 years later, it's still a skipless album. So, my top 5 off that, number 1, La Belle Fleur, however you say it, the French one that means for wildflower or something. That is one of the greatest songs ever written in the history of ever, okay? Number 2 is going to be Meet Me in the Woods. Banger. Number 3, The World Ender. That one, I actually turn the volume way up in my car, and if there's people in it, they have to shut up, okay? Number 4 is going to be Fool for Love, okay? That just makes me want to do a little jig, okay? Actually. Number 5, The Night We Met. Now I know, you're going to be like, oh, but that's their biggest song. But it's one of those songs where when it comes on, absolute silence. You close your eyes, and if you're behind the wheel, go ahead, take your hands off. Say you're driving. You're like me and you're on the 17 and The Night We Met comes on. Hands off the wheel, eyes closed. Okay? And you let The Night We Met take you to where The Night We Met wants you to be. Okay? Because that is one of the most beautiful songs ever written. And actually, I heard them play it live, and it was one of those moments where I couldn't even sing. I literally was like this. Hey, hands on face, jaws dropped. I cannot move. Okay? So, yeah, that's where we're at. So, those 3 albums you should be listening to. Now, sometimes I'm not feeling a full album. So, here are 5 songs that I have on repeat right now. Number 1, the new Porchlight song by Noah Kahan. That song might be my number 1 song played this year, because I don't know if he put drugs into that song. He put something into that song that literally, I aspire to be a married man who will write the most devastating music. Okay? Aspire to be that. Yeah, Porchlight. Number 2, My Moon, My Man by Feist. Now I know, you're like, everybody's listening to that. I heard Feist open for Lord Huron, and that was the first song she played. Now, it didn't resonate with me at the time, but then I started watching Heated Rivalry. That song started to really resonate with me. Now I go back to that video, that 3-second video I have of her playing it live. I'll watch that on loop. And also, I will play, when My Moon, My Man plays, I play that scene from Heated Rivalry on loop in my head, okay? It's on loop. Now, song number 3 that I'm constantly playing, It Will Come Back by Hozier. Bring back Yearning Men, okay? Those songs are good, okay? And they don't make music like that. Like, no, they don't. The 4th song that I am listening to on repeat is Movement by Hozier. And the 5th song is going to be Sea Lion by Feist. So, yeah, those are 5 songs that I'm listening to hella on repeat. Okay? I don't know if I have anything else. I think I spit it out, and I want to go sit in quiet and eat a tub of ice cream and watch Futurama, okay? And I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, okay? So, yeah, this was fun. The quality of this is probably absolutely terrible. But listen, if I made you laugh, I did my job. If I got you to read or listen to something new, I did my job. But yeah, tune in for more of this crap show. Actually, this isn't a crap show. I shouldn't say that. I should be happy to tune in to this wonderful show. Let's be real. I wouldn't say it's wonderful. I would say it's a work in progress. But hey, continue to tune in if you would like. I appreciate the support. What am I trying to accomplish with this? I don't really know. It's been in my head where I'm like, I think I'm really funny. I think it can make a good podcast. Listen, I'm taking a lot of inspiration from Brittany Broski. Now, I'm not ripping her off. I tune into the Broski Report religiously because, listen, she starts off being super funny, and the next thing you know, she's teaching me about stuff. Like, she's taught me about history. She's taught me in-depth meanings of some of my favorite albums. She'll just go into stuff. And I'm like, listen, I'm not smart enough to go in deep stuff like that. But I also just wanted to put a camera in front of my face and, hey, talk about what the kind of music I'm listening to, talk about whatever's in my head that I feel like I need to talk about that not everyone might want to listen to. And 3, I'm treating this as kind of a book club where I'm going to read a book and then I'm going to tell you all my thoughts about it. Okay? That's really what I wanted to do with this. But hey, Brittany, if you see this, we'll have to deactivate all of my social media after, because if Brittany Broski even knows I exist, I will never be able to recover. But if you see this, I'm not trying to rip you off. This is not a rip-off. This is me putting a camera in front of my face and showing the world what kind of an idiot I am. But hey, yeah. Look for me on social media. If you're seeing this on YouTube, which is the only place this is being posted, actually, I don't know. Feel free to subscribe and be updated. I felt me saying subscribe to my YouTube channel was the weirdest thing I've ever said in my entire life. Help me. Why is this such a weird thing for me? Maybe it's because I have actually thought about posting videos on YouTube since I was, I don't know, 12. And here I am 9 years later, actively putting in the work to do this. So, hi, I'm gonna leave now. Thanks. I don't know why I did finger guns. See y'all later.